Hi, hello, how are you going? You've found yourself listening to the Smut Fairy podcast, a place for the two wolves inside you to unwind and give their opinions on our latest smutty read. I'm Elle,
And I'm Kato.
and we are your fairy smut mothers.
Two
Uh,
wolves.
Two wolves! Two
Two
wolves!
Inside you, there are two wolves.
There are always two wolves,
Yeah, they both have knots. And
and that's why they're on this podcast.
yeah, there's one alpha and one omega. Circle of life, etc.
And who wouldn't want that?
Who wouldn't want that? And if you have
Exactly.
found yourself here listening to the Smut Fairy podcast, welcome. We love to have you.
Welcome. If this is your first time, what an episode to come into.
What a treat for you.
Oh, you'll be having a great time. We had a great time.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
This is going to be a long episode, so you can just lock in, have a good time, maybe make some.
Yeah, set us up while you do something,
Yeah, you could, make dinner. You could go for a hot girl walk. Put us in your earbuds.
Do some crafting.
Make some paintings.
Pop it up on the YouTubes.
Literally anything, anything. This episode, we will be taking our first steps into the world of Anna Huang, who wrote The King of Wrath, which is the book we're doing today.
She writes billionaire books.
And it's been a while since we've done a billionaire. I think the last billionaire was maybe the Lauren Asher books.
Mm.
And that was maybe 2023.
Yeah, they were our within the first 5 books, I think.
I think so too.
I did wonder, given the state of how the world's gone with billionaires lately, how I would receive said book. But happy to report it's actually just what you want your billionaires to be like.
Turns out it's great.
It turns out it's hot when they're normal fucking people.
Yeah, literally. We have both circled her work for a while. Like, these books have been on my TBR for nearly 2 years.
Same.
And I am so glad we have finally done her on the pod, because I will be consuming all of her work post-haste.
Post-haste?
Post-haste.
Like yesterday.
I've already got them downloaded. I'm ready to sit down and I'm locking in.
Yeah, like straight off the bat, I started reading it and I was like, you know what this reminds me of? It's like a slightly more serious, spicier Crazy Rich Asians, which is one of my favorite books.
And one of my favorite movies.
One of the best movies.
Seriously. I put it on anytime I need to feel anything.
Yeah, you're like, I just want to watch something unproblematic, fun,
funny,
like glitzy.
I love it.
Yeah, so this was like that, but not as silly.
There were some pretty hectic things, but also enough that it kept it moving, and it didn't feel like you were, in the trenches at any point.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into this book, it's time for our little catch up, because as two best friends living on the other side of the country from each other, we have to take this time to hang out.
Yeah.
So how you been? What you doing?
This is our designated hangout time.
Exactly.
We have to schedule it.
We're two busy ladies.
Busy. Seriously. Pretty good. Nothing major to report. My dad visited.
Fun.
So that was nice. And then I am obviously doing this podcast and reading book after book after book for this podcast and for my general enjoyment. And launching another podcast.
Oh my God.
In a couple of weeks.
Great business.
My current housemate who's moving overseas. We'll be long distance roommates.
Love it.
Talking bullshit on mic.
Classic.
So, Hot to Me pod, that's launching on March the 5th. So we've got a little while. But this is my firstborn child, Smut Fairy. And she will remain so. We're doing exciting things in the background. I'm excited for this year for the pod.
We're busy. We are booked and busy, let me tell you that much.
Booked and busy. We've got logistics to organise all of a sudden.
Smut Fairy's on tour this year. We've bought flights.
Yeah. We're traveling.
We're traveling. We're out and about.
One day we'll be traveling and it'll be for like a live show that we do. And that
Absolutely
will
will
be
be.
maybe the peak of my whole life, I think.
It'll be great. It'll be really, really good. It'll be fun.
Yes. What have you been up to?
Well, I'm coming to Sydney on Wednesday. So by the time this episode's out, I'll be there.
Yep.
Maybe been and gone at that point.
Yeah, we'll be causing a ruckus.
We'll be having fun. We'll be hitting the town. Maybe going for a swim.
Oh, certainly going for a swim.
Going for a swim. All the classic stuff. I'm excited. Packing my bags as we speak. And just reading. I feel like I've just read so much this month, which has been great. It's been really fun. But also no change from normal because I'm always reading.
Yeah. I've been what are you reading?
Well, this one took up a lot of my brain space.
For me also, but for like 48 hours straight, and then I was done.
Good stuff. Yeah, you could really power through it. I broke it up over a week and I really enjoyed that. I am reading Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I'm sick for it.
Okay.
I would maybe recommend we do it on the pod later.
Okay.
And it's a chunky book. There's a lot of it. And it's the first in like
one.
Yay! It is the first in I think 4 or 5 books. They're like semi-standalones, which is good. I believe.
Yeah, nice.
I believe. But
nice.
Yes. Very good. So this is going to be a long episode, so let's get into it. As always, we do the tags and triggers. There are some quite heavy themes throughout this book, but don't let that stop you from enjoying it, okay? They are, quite influential to the plot and to the love story, but they do take a sort of backseat as well.
Look, if Elle is gagged after all of this,
yeah,
it's
you'll
not
be fine.
That bad.
You'll be so
You know
fine.
what I mean? Like, it's not that bad.
You'll be so fine.
Because our levels of tolerance is like Elle and like me for fucked things.
Yeah. And when you list these things out, they sound way worse than when they're spread out in the book.
Yes, agreed.
So there's blackmail. There's death of a family member mentioned. There's emotional abuse. There's family disownment, parental neglect, and robbery at gunpoint. Let's go!
Let's fucking go.
Let's get into it. All right. Okay. So our female main character is called Vivian Lau, and we first meet her at a fundraiser for endangered animals, specifically for the piping plover, which is a real bird. It's really cute. You should look it up. It's very adorable.
Googling right now.
It's got like orange legs and it's kind of white and black and it's got big thick eyebrows.
It's so cute.
It's very cute. It's very cute.
Okay, fair
Vivian
enough.
is a luxury event planner and she's booked and busy. So she's in New York and she's putting out spot fires for this elite fundraising event and her elite clientele. So they're all lots of drama. And there's a bit of a stir amongst the crowd. The poor piping plover simply does not get a look in at this event. No one really cares. They're all here for the socializing. And they are in for a treat this evening because Dante Rosso, an elusive hot billionaire, attends this event that he did not RSVP for. He did not. He did not tell anyone he was coming. He just showed up.
Are we going Russo or are we going Russo? Russo just sounds like old mate down at the pub to me. It really changes the vibe.
We can say Russo. That was the first time I said it out loud, so that was a real gamble. We can say Russo. It's probably going to change throughout this, so you can just take
loosey-goosey.
Anyway, to add to Vivian's stresses, she's putting out all these fires. She gets a call, but it's more like a summons from her father, and she can't refuse it. We'll learn why later, but she gets a dinner invitation for this coming Friday night in Boston while she's in New York. And we learn later that Vivian's father demands extremely high levels of respect and attention, especially and even when it's not deserved.
Yeah, it's very, I am the father of this family. You will do what I say because I said so.
Exactly. Like, you're coming to dinner because I told you to.
Yeah. And she's like, it's in 2 days. And he was like, yeah.
And Yes, that's fun. So the rest of the fundraiser goes fine. She's attending this dinner summons, and as soon as she gets there, she walks through the door. Her mother criticizes every single thing about her: her hair, her nails, her complexion, all within the span of 5 minutes. So safe to say she's having a bad time already.
Yeah,
But
very picky mother.
picky, picky, picky. And the berating does not come just from her mother. Her father piles on about how she's not getting any younger. She's 28. And she needs to get married.
She's a child bride.
She's a child bride. She's older than me.
She's literally a child bride.
Child bride.
And I say that as an almost 32-year-old child bride.
Child
If
bride.
I were to get married, I'll be a
Child
child
bride.
bride if I get married at 40.
Child bride. So, despite having 2 years to date in New York, Vivian's father has decided, his name's Francis, he's taken it upon himself to create an arranged marriage for his daughter because she's brought back no suitable prospects. What is this, Bridgerton?
Yeah, it's very traditional vibes for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, very traditional, lots of money vibes.
Mm.
Um, I think I explain it later, but basically, the Lau family made their money in jewelry, in gems and stones and all those kind of
Hmm.
things. But it happened in Vivian's life. So she remembers just being a normal, I say normal, average earning income family. And then they made all their money. They got super rich.
Yeah, they were like normal but like well off, I would
Yeah.
say. And then they went to being like hyper wealthy
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
quickly.
Yeah. In the high society, all those kind of things.
But they're of course new money.
They're new money. And new money
New
needs to
money
keep money.
as opposed to old money.
Mm. So not only does Francis spring this news on Vivian now that she's about to get married, he's invited her future husband to dinner tonight in about 10 minutes.
The way I would crash out.
The way I would crash out.
I'd be like, no, I don't think so.
Hey, I don't know about that, do you? What the fuck?
Yeah, worst surprise ever.
I need to read you this quote. This is
Or
how
actually, sorry, based on the next quote, is it the best surprise ever?
I was about to say. Let me change your mind. This is the way the character is described: thick black hair, olive skin, a slightly crooked nose that had enhanced rather than distracted from his ruggedly masculine charm. My future husband was devastation poured into a suit. Not handsome by conventional means, but so powerful and compelling his presence swallowed every molecule of oxygen in the room like a black hole consuming a newborn star. There were generically good looking men, and then there was him.
God, that's good stuff.
Oh, isn't that good stuff? Isn't that?
Oh, that's good shit right there.
No, give me some more.
Oh, one thing about me is that I love a big busted nose man who is unconventionally very hot.
With the olive skin and the thick black hair, like this is your personal kryptonite.
Literally, and his name is Dante.
Dante. Yeah, you're in for a rough time. I'll tell you that much. You
Oh, yeah, no, certainly. As soon as I read that, I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, bad.
Eee.
Good, really good, but bad.
Excellent, excellent stuff. I love to see it, but
Put it in my veins, but bad.
who is this mystery man, you might ask? Of course, it's going to be our elusive billionaire from the party, Dante Russo.
Who could have guessed?
Who could have guessed? The first thing that's going through Vivian's head is, why on earth is Dante here? He's the richest, most eligible bachelor. He's famously married to his work. He does not date. Why the hell is he here in this house? It does not make sense.
She's like, these two things should not, this Venn diagram should not overlap.
Why are you here? The Lau family made so this is where they made their jewel money, and they're rich, but that doesn't even, make a mark on the amount of money that the Rousseau family have.
Yep.
They are like billionaires. And
yeah, they're like
old money.
they kind of, I mean, you might get to it later, but they kind of own like a fashion brand conglomerate that's very similar vibes to like LVMH.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've got multiple streams of income, all in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So, Vivian's dad, Francis, is a real slimy git. And he immediately starts meddling with like the wedding plans and announcement dates, and has a stipulation that Vivian will move into Dante's apartment just immediately. And everyone's like, I don't know about this, man. I don't know
Yeah,
about that.
she's like, okay.
And what about my apartment?
Yeah.
Things don't kick off really well between Vivian and Dante. Neither of them are super stoked about this whole arrangement. They cold shoulder each other for most of the evening. Dante sneaks out into Francis's office during the dinner to smoke a cigar. Vivian follows in, confronts Dante about what kind of deal he made with her father. Um, they're very elusive. There's no answers here, but
Seriously, big dick move to go and like sit in her father's office and like smoke one of his cigars. I
his
was really
cigars.
into that, actually.
It was really hot of him.
Yeah,
Hot to me.
so hot of him. It was hot to me.
Hot to me. It's a deliciously tension-filled moment, and it really sets the tone and the pace for the rest of the book.
It was, they almost kissed.
This close.
Like, these two, they're like, don't like each other, but there's something
there, y'all.
There's something magnetic going on there.
Something. We are treated to a scrumptious dual POV during this book.
This is a really good dual POV. Like,
it was great. It was great.
I loved his point of view.
So we learned that back in New York, Francis arrived at Dante's office with incriminating photographs of Dante's brother having sex with a mafia leader's daughter.
Niece.
Oh, niece. Apologies. And that's a big no-no. And if these photos ever came to life, the brother's sleeping with the fishies.
It's a mafia boss's like favorite niece, and it's like no one dares touch her. And it's like, well, he fucked her several times.
Yeah, so you're cooked.
And there's evidence. So the man's dead.
Yeah, he's so dead. So Francis uses this blackmail to get Dante to take Vivian's hand in marriage. The only reason that he wants to set this up is it's so clear that Francis is desperate to expand his empire, increase his wealth by tying Russo and the Laos together.
Yeah, marry them into old money.
Exactly. Dante agrees with Francis's blackmail deal initially, kind of to buy him time for his own PIs to investigate and see if they can get rid of the evidence.
Yeah, he's like, fine, sure. And then in the background, he's like, I will kill you. I will take you down. I will get myself out of this.
Like, there's no problem I can't solve.
Yeah, he keeps being like, no, I think we can push the wedding back a bit to make it more believable.
Yeah, like, let's not get married in like 6 months. Like, that comes.
He's like, what about a year?
And everyone's like, no.
He's like, I need fucking time
for
my investigators.
We need time, people. So this all happens, and a week later, it's about 10 days that she is expected to move into Dante's apartment. But within that week, she's not heard anything from him. Like, radio, silencio. Vivian decides to attend a private art event being held in his apartment that night. And
apartment is such a loose term for what that place is.
It's a mansion. There's like levels, and like the chef and the butlers, and
like it's a penthouse, but like it's a penthouse on steroids.
Yeah, I would, if it wasn't like in the air, you'd say mansion easily.
Yeah, for sure.
So as his, fiance, as the world would be concerned, it's only right that she attends. She kind of has to sneak her way in because she's not on the guest list. But
she's like, I wasn't even fucking invited.
Literally, another friend kind of plus ones her in through the door, and they come up with a little table. She gets in, and Hercule really surprises Dante because he's like, "Huh, I really thought you were just a meek little child of your father doing what he's bidding. Interesting."
Yeah, there's that bit where she's like, she basically comes, like, confronts him and is like, I'll be moving in, like, don't be a dick, basically, and then
Yeah.
leaves. And she's like, and I saw like a glimmer of respect in his eye. And you can tell he's like, huh,
Huh,
what's that about?
I'd
I'm
like to know more
interested.
about that.
You have my attention.
This might be more fun than I thought. So they move in, and obviously they have this engagement photo shoot because they're engaged. The whole world needs to know about it. And they're practicing being the doting couple, and the photographers are like, okay, now kiss, please. Kiss, please.
She's like, really simple last shot, just a little. And they're both
And
like,
they're like,
no.
I don't know about that. They share a kiss, and it changes the course of both of their lives.
That is not an exaggeration to say that. Like, you've pretty
Seriously.
much summed that up.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
both were like, hey, what the fuck was that?
What was that?
What was that? No, because what was that?
What was that? I didn't know it could be that good.
No, back it up. What was that?
Explain to me what the hell that was.
Yeah. Run me through what's going on there.
Just one more time.
Yeah, what was that?
Exactly. So after this, and they're kind of coming down from the like, oh, what was that? They share some like
From the what was that of it all?
what was that? They share some street food and they start to bond, and it's the first real moment of kind of peace that they have because
It was
up
so
until now,
cute.
it was so cute. But up until now, it's all been quite pointed and very snarky, and they're in each other's spaces and whatever.
They like don't really interact much unless they have to, and like she is in her own bedroom, like they're just not overlapping, and when they do, it's like very tense.
Yeah. So now they're hanging out. A notable quote here is, Vivian's laugh evoked a strange sensation in my chest. Heartburn? Investigate later.
I like how the thought that he had was like he was giving himself a memo.
Yeah.
Heartburn? ? Investigate
later. I thought that was hilarious because I was like, ooh, somebody's in love.
Yeah, and it's like she laughs and you get a heartburn feeling. Hello?
You idiot.
Hello?
What was that?
No, because what was that? He's like, all these feelings I'm having.
Are these what they call the feelings?
What are these? I don't like them.
I'm busy. I can't have these.
Yeah, no time for that.
So now we get a little spanner in the works because Vivian's ex-boyfriend, Heath, who was an ex-boyfriend from college, and they broke up about 2 years ago, and he also should be blocked, texts her, happy pumpkin hot chocolate day. Smiley face.
Sorry, the way you... Elle has typed out the happy pumpkin hot chocolate day, but she spelt pumpkin because she types so fast. Pumpkini. P-U-N-P. Kini. Pumpkini.
But notably, it's maybe the only spelling mistake on this page, so I'm taking that as a win.
Yeah, like mostly our documents, a little peek behind the curtain, are almost illiterate because we type them so fast so and don't quickly. Go back and correct.
Don't have time.
We run on pure vibes over here.
Exactly.
Smut Fairy HQ.
Punkini. But it's very awkward, and it kind of leads to a let's get back together text. And she's like, I'm engaged. And she gets left on red.
You know what? He was real for that. Can you imagine being like, let's hang out again, or like, we should catch up, and she's just like, I'm engaged. You'd be like,
The Rock. Yeah, I can't really do anything here. I'm just gonna step out if you don't mind.
Yeah. Like, what were you gonna send back? Bummer. Like,
cool. Good job.
Congrats.
This is going to be important later, so don't forget that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of like a week or so to moving in. They agree to a truce because they're kind of sick of fighting with each other and not talking. They're like, no, if we're going to do this, let's try and make a go of it. Let's be
Well, Vivian's
friendly.
sick of it, and
Yeah.
Vivian's like, we need to do a truce, and
And Dante's like,
Dante's like,
whatever you
well,
want.
I am secretly being blackmailed, so I'm kind of not stoked about this whole situation, by
Yeah,
the way.
this is
But she
worse for
doesn't know
me.
that.
She got no idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they are both awake at midnight and they go and find midnight snacks. And
Now,
I would like to
aren't they
discuss
both
them.
awake at midnight? Sorry, because they were thinking about the kiss.
Yes, they are. They are.
Yes.
Because it's all they can
Yes.
think about. It's all they can think about. Vivian's snack is chocolate pudding, Pringles, and pickles.
Mm-hmm.
And Dante's snack is ice cream and soy sauce.
What's your pick?
I think it depends if I want salty or if I want creamy.
They do both give you both, though.
They do, but I guess one's more of a crunch.
Yeah, like texture-wise.
I
I
think I'm
am
going
so
with the soy
intrigued
sauce.
now by ice cream and soy sauce. Like a
Same.
vanilla ice cream with a soy sauce.
I think it would be great.
I think I need to try it.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a good vanilla, though.
Oh, connoisseur
It
all
would
the
be
way.
kind of like when everyone was doing that, like, ice cream with olive oil.
Yeah, and the sea salt.
Yeah.
I think it could be really good.
But the Pringles, pickles, and pudding, I would 100% eat that.
Absolutely. I would house this. My
Yeah.
favorite
I
my
would.
favorite snack when I was a kid was a chocolate milkshake and hot chips.
Oh,
You
God, yeah.
dunk them in,
Yeah, yeah,
nom nom
yeah.
nom.
Hell yeah. The best order you can get from Mackey's, fresh
Seriously.
chippies, chalky thick shake.
It's all you
But
need.
um I completely lost what I was thinking about. Oh, they were both like, your snack is disgusting.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's
then they
disgusting.
switched.
And then they swap, and then suddenly Dante's housed an entire tube of Pringles, and Vivian's eaten the whole bowl of ice
And they're
cream.
like, wait a second.
Yeah.
You might be onto something here.
Mm-hmm.
So the next day, Vivian is out to brunch with her two best friends, and she is ambushed by Heath. So this is her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he kind of shows up to the cafe that they're at because it's the cafe they used to go to all the time, whatever. And this conversation basically goes, you don't have to marry him. I'll wait for you however long. Are you just doing this to please your parents? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yeah, and Heath, like, her parents basically were like, you cannot be with Heath because you cannot marry him because he's not the kind of person we want you to marry, which is like code for he's just not rich enough. And he's got like a startup. He's like a software engineer or something. He's got a startup and he's planning on floating it, like taking it public. So it's an IPO, whatever the hell that means in finance terms. I don't know, rich people things. And so he's like, let me just do this. And then, like,
We can
I'll
be
have all this
together.
money and we can be together. And she's like, I am engaged.
I can't break that off.
Yep. She's also like still a little bit like, how do I really feel about Heath? Like, I miss him so much. But then she's like, did I just like being in, like
having
feeling
someone else
loved and
love
like
me.
having someone there? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very confusing feelings. She's having a pretty rough time, really.
She's in the middle of a shitstorm.
Oh, yeah. So it's the night of the debut of their social engagement. And it is an annual fall costume gala at Valhalla. And it's a 1920s themed event.
Mhm.
Valhalla is the most exclusive club, like private members club. And Dante just happens to be one of the like 8 board members of this
Yeah, he's
lifetime
like, my
exclusive
family
club.
was a founder, actually. My family's a founding family of this worldwide exclusive club.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
So it's huge. Like anybody who's anybody is there.
Yeah.
And Dante is busy talking like stocks and shares because he's a finance bro. With some colleagues, and another man called Kai keeps talking with Vivian across the room, and we get our first signs of jealousy, and Dante like strides across the room in like 3 steps to like take Vivian off his hands, and we get a very
Kai's like he's just being nice too. Like him and Vivian
yeah,
kind of know each other,
yeah,
and Kai's like who Dante does his like boxing with to like take
mm,
the edge off their stressful lives or whatever. And Kai's just like he's not talking her up or anything. He's just like, so you're with
hey,
Dante now, I guess.
that's
And
fun, isn't it?
yeah, and Dante's like, get your hands off her.
My wife. Thank you for entertaining my wife.
He's
Um,
not even nice to her, but he's like, no touchy, she's mine.
uh-uh. It's quite funny. We get a very, very tense, heated conversation in private later, and Dante makes Vivian come on his fingers.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It was so hot.
So hot.
So hot.
And this is just the beginning.
It
This
was
is
up against a
just,
bookshelf.
yeah, in the study.
And he was wearing like a tweed, like Peaky Blinders suit
Like
with the
brown
fucking
pinstripe 1920s.
newsboy cap.
Hot to me.
Hot to me on a man that looks like he does.
Hot to me.
So hot to me.
Yeah, yeah. We cut to the next couple of days, and Dante's family, as we know, owns several high-end jewelry stores, but also clothing and all the other accessories. And Vivian is given a full access and a black Amex to spend as much as she wishes.
I
Um,
I I do say billionaires shouldn't exist, but my God, I would do some fucking damage with a black Amex.
and Vivian does. She spends like 150 grand in like an hour and a half.
Yep.
She did a good job on that one. Um, so there's a bit of extra context here is that Vivian has been asked to host this legacy ball, which is another really big social club. It's like the event in New York. And now because she's got her event planner history, but now she's kind of in the higher society. People are trying to use her to get to Dante. And so they're like, oh, you could do it. Bring Dante though.
Yeah.
But it's a big honor, it's a big prestige. So she goes to the jewelry store and she's gonna buy herself a little treat, little celebration treat. But there's an attempted robbery.
Mm-hmm.
Vivian has a gun pressed to her head. Luckily, the backup security arrived just in time. No one was hurt, but she's traumatized,
Yep.
major traumatized.
Yep.
And Dante is away. He's traveling for work and he puts everything on hold to fly back immediately. And he has never, ever, ever left work for anything in his entire life.
Literally, this was a deal he'd been organizing for like a year. And he was like, bump everything forward, rushed it through, got the signature, and was like, get me on a plane. I'm going back.
Yeah. Big day for him, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So Vivian's kind of locked up in her bedroom. She's not eating. She's really stressed. She's not coping. And Dante comes to look after her, and she basically breaks down, tells him everything.
Mm-hmm.
He puts her in kind of touch with the psychologist they have just in the company, and promises that it will never happen again, and the guys responsible will be probably killed.
He's like, I'll handle it.
I'll deal
And
with
it's
it.
like, well, that could mean a lot of things.
What does that mean? And you know what? It actually means the exact thing you thought it would be. He's going to beat the shit out of them and then make them hand themselves into the police.
Yeah, literally, he's like, I will beat you to within an inch of your life, leave you
Mm.
alive as a favor, and then you have to turn yourself in.
You're still going to prison.
Prison.
Prison. A few weeks after this, Dante and Vivian take a trip to Bali to see his parents. Dante
Mm-hmm.
was raised by his grandfather because his parents were not suited to the parenting lifestyle. They were very transient, very much travelers. They did not tend well to having children.
Yeah, they were basically like, we decided kids was too hard, so
We just gave them up.
we just like handed them over. It was better. And it's like,
Better for everyone.
what?
That seems
What?
fucked up.
That's really fucked up. Rich people, man.
Fucked up. it's a really interesting trip because his mother has prepared the guest suite full of rose petals, towel swans, boxes of condoms, chocolates, anything you could need on a romantic getaway. And this is
You
like
guys
just
need
in the
anything? Snacks?
snacks,
Condom? Oh,
condom.
God love ya.
And this is just like in the spare room of his mum's house. And he's like, I don't know about this.
She's done what they do at like the resorts when if you book it for a honeymoon, they've got like the petals and the towel swans and like
Yeah,
the
exactly.
champagne.
Exactly. As they're both mortified, they're like, oh, we can't live like this.
Yeah.
They stay for a few days. They're enjoying all the luxuries and attractions of Bali. They do lots of snorkeling and stuff because that's what his dad does there. And Vivian ends up speaking to Dante's mom, who seems enamored with the two of them, and suggests that Dante simply cannot look away from Vivian.
Hell
And
yeah.
there's this kind of conversation where Dante's talking to his mom and they're all at the table. And when his mom hears about the engagement, she was like, oh, I was surprised you didn't come back for. And then he's cut off immediately by Dante being like, blah, 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 blah. And we're like, interesting. What will that
Yeah.
be?
Circle back around to that later.
I'll put a pin in that one.
Mm-hmm.
And their attraction on the trip is palpable. Dante ends up eating Vivian out, and they're so into it. They are
Something
so
that
into
both
it.
of them enjoy thoroughly is what you put here. Did they? Thoroughly enjoyed that, actually.
Oh, really?
Really top notch.
Really good stuff there.
No, because this is, spoiler, this is in my quotes for later, but there's like a thunderstorm and they've kind of been like, Dante's been staying up and going to bed after Vivian's already gone to sleep. So they've never really been lying in the bed at the same time. And on this night they are. And so they're both just lying there and it's like thunder, like rain sounds like outside or whatever. And they're just like talking in the dark, which is like really cute.
Yeah.
But then, and he's like opening up to her the way he just like doesn't to anybody else. And then there's this like crack of thunder and it just like breaks like a spell and they're just like, blah!
That's exactly what happens. They like jump on top of each other.
Anyway, I'll read the quote out later, but like, oh my God, I love when that shit happens. Like they just like, something breaks the spell and it just is like,
it's on.
We're on. What are we doing? That's chemistry, baby.
And both of them enjoyed thoroughly.
And they enjoyed it thoroughly. And Dante knows what he's doing. I tell you what.
God, yeah.
Good Lord.
That between his nose and his tongue, he did some great stuff there.
Seriously. And every time he says sweetheart, I was like, you can't be doing that. I'm going to be sick.
A few months pass. There's a lot of actual time skipping in this because, you know, the whole idea is that we're getting towards a wedding, we think. But after a few more months pass, Vivian gets a bunch of flowers in the mail from Heath. He's back again.
This fucking guy.
And it's a huge bunch. I think it's roses, big bunch of flowers. And it says, happy belated New Year. Thought of you at midnight, but didn't have the guts to send this till now. Hope you're doing well. Love, Heath. P.S. I'm here if you ever change your mind.
The audacity.
The audacity.
The unmitigated gall.
She is an engaged woman.
Literally. And also, think about who she's engaged to, my man. Like, you are playing with fire.
Yeah,
seriously.
you're about to die.
And, like, I kind of feel bad for Heath in this book because he's just like,
he
was never going to win. He was never going to win. He had no chance.
No chance. Nuh-uh. Nothing at all.
But this was monumentally stupid from him.
Yeah. Like, from start to finish, you're just like, leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
This starts an understandably huge argument between Dante and Vivian. Fair enough. I would be mad too. Dante fucks off to DC for a couple days because he's like, I can't be around you. I need to leave. Heath rocks up to the apartment the next day. Dante's not there because he's in DC. And he has a text.
Do we cover what he's doing in DC?
His business stuff.
No, he's checking up on his guy who's trying to investigate where all of the fucking evidence is.
Yep.
For his blackmail. So he's still hustling, trying to find his blackmail evidence in the background this whole time.
There's some detective shit going over there.
He's like, we've found 5. And he's like, okay, do we think that's all of them? And he's like, if it's not, your brother will be dead.
Yeah, so we got to be really sure about this.
Yeah, because that fucking snake Francis will go straight to them with the evidence.
Yeah, exactly. So Heath rocks up with this apparent text from Vivian, and she's like, I didn't send that. What are you doing here? And Dante gets a call from his, like, doorman, I think, being
The
like,
butler,
the
Edward.
butler. Just so you know, there's a guy called Heath here. Do you know who he is?
His housekeeping is like the parents he never had. Seriously. Like between him and Greta, the
Love my
maid
life.
who I fucking love, like they're both just like, hey, we're gonna try. We really are rooting for you with this.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
So he flies back immediately, and it takes 45 minutes or something on his private jet. So he's back quick smart. But Heath tries to con Vivian into leaving with him, to be like, you don't love him, you don't have to love him, love me instead.
He's
Blah,
been there
blah,
for a
blah.
couple of hours at this point.
Yeah, kind of going on and on about this.
Like round and round in circles. And she's like, I didn't text you.
Where did you get this number? It wasn't me. Look at my phone.
And he's like, yes, you did. And you want to be with me. And she's like, I am engaged.
I do not want to be with you. So Dante rocks up and beats this man up. Like, quite literally, just put that back out.
Yep.
Vivian has to break up the fight. Heath leaves, and Vivian has another argument with Dante.
Okay, when Heath leaves, he's like, he says something about how he's like, next time you want to try and steal someone's fiance, maybe don't be stupid enough to do it in his own house.
Home.
You
literally.
fucking moron, Heath.
So stupid. So stupid. And then they have this conversation about, like, you know, they're living private lives, but they'll be together in public, and Dante is having none of that.
Yep.
None of it. And this quote says, I hate the idea of you touching anyone else or anyone else touching you. I hate that other people can make you laugh in a way that I can't. I hate how I feel around you, like you're the only person that can make me lose control when I don't lose control.
Yeah, really hot to me.
Hot to me. Hot to me.
That, if a man said that to me, I don't know what I'd do. I would not be responsible for my actions.
Hot to me.
Hot to me.
And naturally, this leads to the most delicious, steamy sex.
Oh, God,
they're so
yeah.
in love, but can't really admit it to each other. But there's another quote in here when he's literally thrusting into her, and then mid-thrust, he's like, you are my wife.
I like that.
Thank you.
But, like, yeah, they're both, like, they be in love, you know, but they don't know that.
Exactly.
But they're just like, I can't quit you and you make me crazy.
Yeah, I can't get enough of it.
Yep. And they're like, wow, what are these feelings? That's crazy.
Interesting.
What is that? What was that?
What was that? Actually, yeah. Can we circle back to that? What was that?
They have my favorite kind of chemistry, which is why we froth enemies to lovers so much, which is like, argue, end up fucking.
Perfect.
It's good shit.
Oh, it's the good stuff, isn't it?
Ah.
Vivian is busy organizing this legacy ball that she has been trying to do, and uncovers major problem. The venue's fallen through. It's in like 2 months, and every single building that's appropriate in New York is booked.
Yeah.
Like the library's booked, the galleries are booked, all the rooms, they're all booked.
Mm-hmm.
Dante is basically like, you want to have it at Valhalla? And
he's like, I can maybe pull some strings.
This has never been done before, so this is huge.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I don't really want you to do that. Like, maybe, but I'll see if I can get a backup. And he's like, it's done. Don't worry about it. It's done.
Yeah.
And big moment we need to talk about coming up here is
do they go there for, like, just to go there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They go to basically, like...
This is on the way there to check it out, but he's kind of planned a date for later.
Yeah. So scoping, but also to visit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
So they're in the car and they're like winding each other up. And the series of events that happen over the next like 3 pages were sensational.
Oh, seriously good stuff. Like,
Oh my
truly
God.
some top tier shit.
Some of the best I've read in a while.
Some of the best shit we have done on this pod, I reckon.
Absolutely.
Like, I was like book like here.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you had to put it down for a little bit afterwards. Like,
just a whew.
Whoa. What was that?
It's so well written.
Oh, it's so this whole book is so well written.
Literally.
Just to sum it up, a blowjob. She's on top riding. She's licking up her own cum.
From the seat, because she's dripped onto the seat, and then he like, they're in a limo obviously because rich people, and he pulls her off the seat and he puts her on her hands and knees, and then he tells her she's got to lick up what's on the seat, and she does it, and then he's like behind like
yeah, fucking her from behind. Gagged. Yeah.
Me like
Good girl.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Seriously.
And
just written fucking hell.
Fucking hell. And I kept forgetting that they were billionaires in this whole book, right? So I get that's the point. They're uber wealthy.
Yeah.
Right up until you said this, I was like, there's not a lot of space in the back of the seat. Like,
oh my God.
How is this working?
He kept talking about his driver and the fact that it's fucking tinted windows.
I got all that, but I was like, maybe it's just the back of a 2-seater, like a fancy car, whatever. This makes a lot.
Back of a 2-seater. They took the Miata. She's hands and knees in the back of the Miata. There is no back, it's 2 seats.
This is how you know that I'm not a billionaire, because what I thought of was a very small car.
Yeah, no, they got floor space.
Yeah, they got room for activities.
They got spread your arms, you got space.
Yeah, room to swing a cat.
A couple of cats if you really want it.
All right.
Maybe 3 cats.
Wow. All this stuff happens en route to a surprise date that Dante's been planning. Turns a room in Valhalla to a planetarium because she loves stars.
Okay, Mr. Romantic.
Someone's been paying attention.
Yeah, from the grumpiest motherfucker ever to being like, but I know she loves stars, so what if I brought the planetarium to her?
Exactly.
I would melt.
Yeah. About a week later, Vivian's parents blow into town with no notice and demand Dante and Vivian meet them for dinner. And it's at a lamb restaurant. Vivian hates lamb. Her whole family knows it, apparently. But all of her friends know it. She doesn't eat it. She hates it. And she's trying to order the pasta. And her dad's like, nah, get lamb. That's what it's known for. And she's like, maybe. And then Dante's like, I'm having the tagliatelle, please.
Dead eye contact with her dad, being like, I'm going to get the pasta. Yeah. He's not into it.
Home, they once again have another argument. They do this a lot. They fight a lot.
But sometimes the fighting becomes the fucking. So not all bad.
Most of the time.
But not good.
Yeah. They have a huge argument about how Vivian turns into a different person when she's around her parents, and she becomes quite weak and feeble and just like obedient, sort of.
Yeah.
And Vivian has another go at Dante for not understanding or not trying to understand her responsibilities to her family, even though they might be different to what his family looks like.
Yeah, she's like, it's not really about what I want. It's about my family. Like, basically the threat of like disownment lives above her and her sister, like at all times. If they don't live up to their parents' standards, it's kind of like a common, like, especially for like crazy rich Asians and stuff, like Asian parent trope.
Yeah.
As well, but also just rich people, man.
Totally. They don't talk for a few days, but they eventually make up, both apologize, and they know that both of them don't really understand each other's family because they don't really talk about it. And Dante surprises them with a trip to Paris. It's
Hot to me.
technically a work trip, but why not make it romantic?
Hot to me. He's like, come with.
Why not? Come to Paris. And she's like, oh, I've got work. I'm busy. And he's like,
He's
come on.
like, answer emails on Paris time. All good. She's like, I've got this ball coming up. He's like, all in hand.
You've got
Let's
enough stuff.
go.
You'll be
I mean,
fine. Get in the plane.
I'd be half packed by the time he finished the sentence, but that's me.
Absolutely. I'd be buying a new wardrobe over there.
Pack some undies. Let's go.
Let's go. Grab your toothbrush. You're all good.
Yeah.
So the trip is stunning. It's the best dinners, the best drinks, the hotels, the shopping, all the things money can buy. But it's also the two of them spending time together. Both of them have been to Paris before, but going together means something else. And they're both
In the
like,
city of
ooh,
love.
they're in love. And they're both like, ooh, this feels different. I wonder why.
It's Paris holds the key to your heart. Dun, 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 dun. Like Anastasia.
Exactly. Vivian is out shopping and buys a gown for the legacy ball, and she also buys some cufflinks that she got custom made for Dante, and they're little bowls of ice cream with soya sauce and a tiny ruby cherry.
So cute.
So cute. Dante is over the fucking moon with these.
Yeah, he's like, damn, I love these fucking things. Are you kidding?
Like, he opens the box, kind of just looks at them for a second, immediately starts undoing his cuffs and puts them in.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll
They're
be wearing
so
these for life now,
cute.
thank you.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, what do you get the guy who can buy whatever he wants? You get him a silly one.
Exactly. So this gets us up to about 70% in the book, and shit really hit the fan now.
Oh, hit it hard.
Yeah. So while we're out to dinner in Paris at the Eiffel Tower, Dante gets a call from his PI that he's found all 8 copies of the blackmail material. And we also figured out that there would be 8 copies because the number 8 is really important to their family and superstitions. So they
Yeah,
bought a
she was
house
like,
with the number 8 in the dress, all those kind of things.
yeah, she's like, my dad is obsessed with the number 8. And Dante was like, wait a second. And he called his like fucking hacker guy, like on the case, Christian. And he's like, there's going to be 8 copies.
There'll be 8 copies.
Get to work.
3 more. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
So he's got all the 8 copies, and he's basically going to blow up Francis's stocks and make him lose all his money. Vivian doesn't know anything about this situation.
Yeah, so impending is her family's business tanking because her fiance did it because her dad's been blackmailing said fiance, and she knows none of this.
Really fun dynamic, isn't that good?
Yeah, I was so stressed reading this. I was like, this poor girl.
She's in for a bad time.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Dante and Vivian come back from the trip, and he's brooding and he's treating her badly.
He's back to original days where they barely spoke and he was so short with her, and like, God, this would send me off the deep end.
Yeah. It was not fun for anyone. Dante invites his brother, the one the blackmail's about, and his new girlfriend over for dinner. Does not tell Vivian, does not invite her.
It's not the brother. It's his Christian's the one investigating and finding all of the copies of the blackmail.
I'm with you. Never mind. It's not the brother.
Luca is his brother.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
This is my bad. I wrote this very quickly.
Yeah, no, so fair. They're kind of like semi-interchangeable almost.
So basically, they have the information, and this whole dinner is basically a transfer of information. Vivian's not really supposed to know about it.
Yeah.
But she's there, so she goes to dinner and she's talking to the partner, and then the boys leave to have a talk in the office, and she's giving a tour of all the art that he's got in the building. And they come past the office, and he says a few interesting things like, that text that Heath got, that was from this person, and this what an interesting piece of blackmail. And Vivian's like, excuse me?
Yeah, she overhears like Certainly a lot of stuff.
but doesn't really know what the things are yet.
Yeah, she's heard like enough for her to be like, what the fuck, guys?
What was that? So she takes lunch up to Dante in his office a few days later, and she's waiting in the meeting room. She's like, I'll just go drop it on his desk. Kind of walks up to the door, and her dad's in there, Dante's in there, and they are having a semi-big argument.
Yeah, she's like, why can I hear my father? They don't like each other.
What's that about? And she learns about all the blackmail and how this relationship was a lie.
And him, Dante devastatingly being like, I didn't want her. Like, you basically forced me into this with blackmail. I didn't want her, like, blah, blah. Devastating stuff.
Understandably, she runs away. She needs some time to figure out what's going on. And Dante catches her just before she leaves. She's like packing a bag to be like, leave me alone. And he is like, blah, 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 blah. Here's all the things I know I wanted to clear the air before you leave.
Yeah, he's like, hey, so some bad stuff has certainly happened.
How are you feeling about that?
But from my end, here's what happened.
Yeah.
I was up against a wall, which he was, to be fair, fully up against a wall. And he reacted in the way that he's always reacted, and that her dad, to be fair, should have seen coming. But
exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah. And she, gives the engagement ring back, and she's like, I need to sort this out, blah, blah, blah. She flies directly to her father's mansion, like a day later or whatever, to confront him. And her dad's like, why are you wasting my time? Why are you here? I've had to push back a meeting. And she's like, did you blackmail Dante? And he's like, yeah, I did. Do you see any problem with that?
Yeah, no, he's like, I did what I needed to do. He's like, you don't see all this shit that we get put through to like stay in our place in society, blah, blah, blah. Like, we're doing this for you, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, hello. This is my life.
This is my husband.
And he's like, no, you will do what I say. And if you don't, I'll disown you.
And basically, he wants Vivian to go back to Dante to smooth things over business-wise. And she's like, no, not going to do it. And then he disowns her. It's like, if you walk out that door, I will disown you. You're no longer my daughter. And she's like, okay.
And I was like, fuck yeah, Vivian. Walk out that door. Go, girl.
She's free, but devastated.
Obviously.
Yeah. The legacy ball is a few days later, and this provides Vivian with a welcome distraction.
God, she would have been redlining for days.
Oh my God.
Everything at once. Your life blown up, plus the biggest event you've ever hosted, and everyone's going to be like, where's Dante?
Where's your engagement ring? How good.
Yeah, and she's like,
are you having a good time? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Dante shows up and slow dances with her, makes a big spectacle of it.
Okay, but the way he shows up is so funny because we remember Kai from earlier, his friend who was talking to Vivian, who Dante got jealous of him and walked over. Kai like comes up and starts talking to Vivian when he catches her by herself for the first time. She's just like having a hot second. And he like looks over her shoulder. He's like, aha. And so he starts like flirting with her a little bit. He's like, maybe I heard that you and like Dante are on the outs. Like maybe we should go out sometime, and like starts like putting his hand on her waist. And then he's like looking over her shoulder, and he's like got this little like glint in his eye. And then this hand comes on her shoulder and he's like, don't touch her.
Don't touch Dante. My wife.
And Kai's like, I'll leave you to it.
I'll see you guys later.
He fully baited him into coming over. I was obsessed with it. It was so funny.
He's such a little menace. It was so great for the plot.
I know. I think he's in the next book. I'm excited to read that one.
Me too. And they have this deep emotional reconnection. There's like heartfelt I love yous. There's promise to like start dating, see where it goes without the pressure of engagement.
There's an I love from Dante, but not from Vivian, because he's like, I got to put all this shit on the line. I need her, because his brother had come over and been like,
You're in love with
"You're
her.
fucking miserable. You're in love with her. You have feelings, it turns out. Like,
Crazy.
go and fight for her." And he's
Yeah.
like, "God damn it, I'm Dante Russo." Not
I'm
me
going
going.
to do it. Oh, it's good
He's like,
stuff.
"Please just, like, go on a date with me." And she's like,
No, I
"Maybe."
don't know about that. But she's like, he's out just one date. And she's like, maybe.
Yep.
And over the next few weeks, they start dating like quite organically. They go for coffee. He rocks up at their cafe and all those kind of things. They go to the
He bumps into her
movies.
like he doesn't know her and
I know.
is like,
Do you come here
"Hey, like, can I
often?
have your number?" It's so
And then he gets really nervous about texting her because he's like, but she gave me her number. So that means that she wants me to text, right?
Yeah. He's like, "This is my literal like fiance, and I'm so
I'm
nervous about texting
nervous.
her."
I'm nervous. Um, and they take some time to really get to know each other again. Vivian doesn't move back in straight away. And
Smart,
then
smart.
they do fall in love again, and then we get the really like hot moment.
At the
Tell me,
tree?
tell me what you want, Vivian. Do you want me on my knees?
That he like plans this picnic for them in this garden where he's like reserved the whole section of the garden and it's like closed off kind of thing. And then they end up like up against a tree and he just like eats her out up against the tree. It's crazy
Hot.
work. It's crazy work from him. But then afterwards he goes to kiss her and she's like, "Not yet.
Don't
We're
think you
not
can do that
there."
yet.
Which a huge power move from
Hot
Vivian
from her.
actually.
Hot from
And
her.
he's like, "As many steps as it takes." Like, so patient.
So patient. Vivian's sister invites Vivian and Dante out to her house and has basically like, the whole family's coming. You need to be here. Like, come on, get on the plane.
Yeah, she's like, "Our mum is so pissed at our dad because he
Yeah,
disowned you without consulting her." And everyone had no idea about what the dad, like Francis, had done.
like
And so she's
no
like,
idea.
yeah, she's like, "Mum's been hiding out here. Dad's going to come here. You come here. We're going to work this shit out."
Exactly. Um, Vivian talks to her mum first, and her mum's like, well, you're not disowned, so it's fine. Um, and he can't make that decision, by himself, blah, 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 which kind of can, he thinks he can. Um, but Vivian has a really difficult conversation with her mum to be like, stop criticizing me. Like,
Yeah.
stop nitpicking me. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. You've got to stop it. And
Yeah.
then you kind of get a really heartfelt thing from her mum being like, this is just the way I am because for us, we need to be perfect
Yeah.
because that's the way we get respect.
Yeah.
Which you can very much understand what's going on. But Vivian's like, enough.
Yeah. She's like, "It's too fucking much."
Yeah. And they kind of have this conversation again with her dad at dinner, and he has this whole thing about like, you are my daughter, blah blah blah, and she's like, you disowned me.
Yeah. She's also like, "I liked all of us when we weren't rich, actually." And
Yeah,
then Dante goes and like confronts him later. He's like, he doesn't do anything like really outright because he basically was like, "I found all the evidence," and that's how and like crushed her dad's spirit. That's how she found out everything. He's like, "I found it all, and I have the power now." And her dad's like very wary around him, but
mm.
he just like goes up to him and is basically like, "Try that shit again, and I will end you." Like,
You'll actually feel what the end of this fist feels like.
yeah, genuinely. And then he goes in and finds Vivian and they have sex again.
Woo!
Yeah, really hot to me.
Oh, hot to me. Good stuff. Life is good for both of them. They're so in love. And then we get the epilogue. It's the day of their wedding. It's at a villa in Lake Como, which is in the Russo estate for like forever. It's everything they both want. Vivian's mum ends up walking her down the aisle.
Frances relegated to the back row as a +1 of her mom, which is such a slap in
Exactly.
the face that he absolutely
So
deserves.
funny. And as soon as the ceremony is over, he bolts.
Yeah, he's
Um,
out of there.
They're both so in love. And fun little note, Dante's wearing his ice cream cufflinks. So at the end, when he re-propose and they get married, they have this super, super rare red diamond.
Mm-hmm.
And there was only 50 of them ever mined.
This red diamond.
Oh my God. This one that I prepared earlier.
This one?
That one. And they're so in love and they get married and it's happily ever.
The end.
The end.
Congratulations. We made it.
Oh,
Well done.
thank you. That was a hefty book. And I left quite a lot of things out of it because
Oh, yeah, for
we
sure.
need
There
to
was
keep
a lot of
moving.
subplotty bits that we had to really skate on past.
Yeah, yeah. So let's get into our categories.
Mm-hmm.
We've got highlightable lines. Would you like me to go first?
Yes, you go first.
Okay. The first one I have is I'm an asshole, yet you're dripping all over my hand. I kept my thumb on her clit while I slipped a finger inside her. What does that say about you? Really hot to me.
Really hot.
Hot to me.
Okay. My first one. This line, I read it like 10 times over. I don't know why, but it's when he like comes up to her at the legacy ball and is like, being like, I miss you, basically. And he's like, you've been gone less than a week, and I already feel like I've spent an eternity in hell. Oh my God, the man is gagged.
He's so gripped and gagged.
Absolutely gaggeth.
The next one I have is when they're hooking up for like the third or fourth time. It's the real jealousy one. And he's like, because you're mine. His teeth scored my neck. You wear my ring. You've come on my face and hand. You live in my head all the fucking time, even if I don't want you to. His palms slid to my hip where his fingers dug into the grooves into my skin. Oh God, I want to punish you for driving me so damn crazy every single day.
So this one was in fact also one of mine that I had like earmarked in the book. And then I saw that you'd done it as well, and I was like, thank God we're covering that.
Oh God, because we will be talking about it.
Because it's good shit.
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
The next one that I have, hang on, I'm trying to remember where I wanted it to go from. Okay. This is when they're lying in the bed. It's kind of a passage rather than a quote, but I feel like it needs to be set up contextually. The electricity from dinner returned and stretched the moment into one long, perfect thread of tension. We should go to sleep, Vivian breathed. There was a slight shake in her voice. It's late. Agreed. For a suspended moment, neither of us moved. Then another boom of thunder crashed in the distance, and the tension exploded with the force of a lit match in a barrel of gasoline. My mouth crashed down on hers, and her lips wrapped around my neck, pulling me flush against her. I can keep going. Wait, the last bit's good. A low moan vibrated against my mouth when I rolled on top of her and pinned her hips between my thighs. Hell yeah!
Oh God, yeah, that's the good stuff.
Oh, life-affirming shit.
That's the good stuff.
God, yeah.
Far out.
I just have those two, but you've got one more.
I do. It's just a little sweet one. But this is where they set up the planetarium date.
Mm-hmm.
And it just says, you can't see the stars in New York, so I brought the stars to you.
Sweet boy. Sweet man. Sweet, hot man.
Hot to me.
Hot to me.
Exactly. Very hot.
Yes.
All right. Spiciest scene.
What's yours?
I have the car or the limo.
The limo's really good shit. I gotta say, the limo is really good shit.
It was also very inventive. We haven't had a lot of sex on the move.
Yeah, I will say the limo had a lot more going on for it, but shout out to when he fingers her in Valhalla against the bookshelf for the first time.
Yes.
Shout out to that.
Great moment. Good stuff.
Yeah. All of it really good stuff, actually, but two notable ones.
Consistently good stuff.
Yes.
We are still doing our Muppet casting.
Only when we feel like it.
Only when we feel like it. But I think this would be great as an adaptation where Dante and Vivian are played by humans.
Yep.
Everyone else is a Muppet.
Everyone else does a little bit give Muppet.
A little bit. And there's this other lady that keeps popping up during the book, and she's like a socialite, and she's
Her
been
name's
around for a
Buffy.
while. Her name's Buffy. I think she'd be a perfect Miss Piggy.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then Dante's parents are the ones from the band, like Janice and
Yeah.
the one with the mustache.
Perfect. Perfect. They're in and out. They're not always around.
Yep. Yep. Heath is like Scooter.
Easily. Easily.
Just kind of a dork.
I think I want the PI to be Pepe.
Christian. I don't know. He's got kind of Rizzo energy.
He does. He's a little bit cooked.
And the brother is surely Gonzo.
Most certainly. Most certainly.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
and
that's
then
the good stuff.
I'm wondering who the house staff would be. I think Sam the Eagle for the butler.
That's perfect.
And then I think, do we have like a lovely elder lady, or do we think she's the only other human?
I'm open to her being human.
Yeah, I'm open to her being human. I think that makes more sense.
Yeah, into it.
Yeah.
All right. Who was your MVP award for this time?
Speaking of Greta the maid.
It's Greta.
Mine's Greta the maid.
Greta. Mine's Greta.
Yeah, she's a goddamn legend.
She really carried this.
Yeah.
And I loved her for it.
Yeah, like shout out to Vivian's friends who we didn't really mention that much because they're kind of not integral to the main storyline, but you can certainly tell that they're going to be in sequels.
Yeah.
I think the next one's with her friend Isabella. There's Isabella and Sloane. They were great, but Greta had the sass and would talk back to Dante and be like,
And she got her little TV in the kitchen like she's always wanted.
Yeah, got her TV in the kitchen. She makes Italian food with them. It's so cute, and I love her.
I love her. She carried it.
Yeah.
Obviously, the biggest motherfucker was going to be Francis. The slimy git.
No, God, he's awful.
Final ratings.
Mm-hmm.
We always do spice, plot, and vibes because they are very different categories.
Yeah.
Spice, I gave it a 4 out of 5. What'd you give it?
Ooh. Hard because like the spice certainly made me feel things, but it wasn't anything fucking crazy.
It wasn't crazy.
But I think because it was written in a way where I was like, oh, I think purely for his dirty talk alone, it's also a 4 out of 5.
Stunning work. Work. The plot, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Not because I didn't like it or I thought it was bad. It was just gave you exactly what you wanted. And it was going exactly where you thought it was going to go.
Yeah, like absolutely not one surprise. And for that reason, I give it a 4.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
I don't need a plot twist in my smuts. I don't want one. I don't need one.
I'm happy to just be here.
All good. Happy to be here.
And I round out the vibes. I gave it 5 out of 5.
Yeah, speaking of happy to be here, a goddamn 5 out of 5. I'd give it a 6 if I could.
Oh, absolutely, you could.
I'm stoked by it.
Oh, I had a brilliant time. And that brings us to the end of this episode. So thank you for joining. Thank you.
Not as long as we thought it would be.
Not as long as the 6 pages in this document that I thought this was going to go for way longer. Yeah. Come find us on Instagram at Smut Fairy Pod. You can listen as you currently are on Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Come see us there.
You can listen and watch on Spotify and YouTube.
Put us on video, babe.
Put us on video, babe.
We put makeup on just
facial
for this.
Expressions.
Most of this is just facial acting.
And I move my hands a lot.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot going on.
For the full effect.
You got to be there.
Pop us on video, you know?
If you enjoyed this, give us a 5-star review. It helps, please, and thank you.
Yep. Tell your friends. Leave a little rating and review. Also check out our Heated Rivalry mini-series, which is up and out. It's 6 episodes covering all 6 episodes of Heated Rivalry Season 1, which obviously we were gagged by.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yep. They're a little shorter than these ones. They're like a half hour to 45-minute situation, so you can kind of burn through those. And we've got special guests on.
Oh, we've got all the good stuff. We've got everything you could ever want.
Exactly. And we are going to do our darndest to go fortnightly from now.
We're going to give it a good red hot go.
We're going to give it an absolute red hot crack. And I, for one, am excited because it means we can cover more books.
I'm stoked. I'm super stoked.
I got to make use of the amount of books I'm reading. We're reading too many books to be not making use of it.
Exactly. We're gonna make this productive.
Yeah. So that was King of Wrath. Thanks so much, Elle.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.